come a long way. I mean, we started with getting a fax. We didn't get emails. There was no such thing as an email. It was a fax at the time. We'd get faxed over 60, 70, 80 call before you digs because we have about 550 miles of sewer, and we'd have to go into a mapping program and look up each one to see if there was infrastructure that we had in that area that needed to be marked out. One of three people would go out, or all three, and mark out the areas that were required to be excavated.
We need to work on the obligations we have in the consent order for Connecticut and our federal requirements through EPA. Those are the things we need to focus on. So every hour we can avoid spending time researching maps is huge.
The automation was set up between PelicanCorp and our IT to make it so that when the call before you dig ticket came in, it was processed in such a way that it would be put into separate folders when I received them in my email, see the mapping, verify it against our GIS, which is pretty much identical. So it's sorted before I get it. That's the key. It's sorted to where I know what to look at right away.
Having this tool, when we were presented this tool by PelicanCorp, and we saw the instantaneous savings, this was worth it for us to take the risk to be the first one in Connecticut to do that. We just normally don't do that.
The Director of Engineering, Tom Scroy, we have our Director of Finance. When they heard about this program, and right up to the top, when everybody, our Director of Operations, my boss Gary Zrelik, when they heard about this program, it was a no-brainer.
Your contractors and everyone that works with you will be very appreciative that they're getting all the information that you have at your desk every day. They're getting it immediately.
The field visits have gone from a full-time thing down to, okay, we don't need to mark this one, or we need to mark this one, or let's get on the phone and call them because we can see it right here and it doesn't need to be marked.
Yes, we still are obligated to go mark out things like force mains when we have to, but in things that are less critical, like sewer laterals to homes, now they actually get a map that shows them the detailed information, and they get it right away.
With the mapping, if we have the laterals on there, they're given that information.
We have all these maps, all this great information, and I'm sure most communities have these maps in some form. So wouldn't you want to give that to everybody as soon as you possibly had it? People are a little bit nervous about giving out their information. PelicanCorp ensured that it's under a controlled environment.
We were part of the cities and towns at one time. We have mapping that for the storm line, and they would not even have that because they would have to go to the city to get that. They're being given the storm and the sanitary.
If anyone's in my position or in Rick's position or Gary Zrelik, our operations director, if they're any in that position anywhere in a sewer authority, implementing this system will save them a tremendous amount of money, and you'll be applauded for it.
We think it's a great program because it protects our infrastructure. That's the important part.
I really think that as soon as other utilities see how well this works, I could see it being more of a collaborative effort or one resource type thing where actually Call Before You Dig has most utilities. But I'm happy to say that the authority, we feel like we're out in front of it, and we'll continue on our way until others catch up.